Hello everyone and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today's phrase is to go with the flow, but first let's go over some news headlines. London remains under the control of Sadiq Khan after he won the latest election. Despite anger over his charges for older cars and strong concern about violent crime in London, Mr. Khan won the latest election. This is his third mayoral win. And he said, "My determination to ensure London leads from the front with world-leading green action remains as strong as ever." The Royal Harp player has thanked the King for his amazing support of classical music after signing her first record deal. Alice Hughes played alongside the Coronation Orchestra in a performance of Crossing the Stone when the King was crowned in Westminster Abbey last year. Many shops in the UK feel that the police are not taking enough action against shoplifters. And as a result, a statement has been issued which says, with 45,750 incidents every day, it's clear that the police are unable to attend every incident. Knowledge by criminals that they will not be caught or dealt with drives shoplifting and a higher level of abuse and violence when staff try to apprehend the thieves. This is very controversial because facial recognition is now being brought in to ensure that shoplifters or known shoplifters are excluded. One former shoplifter said she had received banning orders but had been able to breach them. She said, if you leave it for a few weeks and go back, the systems won't remember who you are. A spokesperson for the organization Privacy International said the use of facial recognition technology continues to raise serious concerns regarding privacy and protection of fundamental rights. People may have their facial images recorded and potentially added to huge databases merely because they go about their daily activities like shopping. Former shoplifters, that's shoplifters who have shoplifted in the past and no longer do this heinous crime, are also complaining, saying that they're being treated unfairly and deserve a second chance. And another news story today, Frankie Valli has been given a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I've never been to Hollywood, but that's this road, pavement, or as they call it in America, sidewalk, where they have stones to remember actors with their names on there. And Frankie Valli has been given a stone with a star on this Hollywood Walk of Fame on his 90th birthday. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons was his act, and him and his wife Jackie Jacobs shared a kiss at the ceremony on Friday. There's another story in the UK today saying that Prince Andrew may be evicted from his home because of its state. He lives in a royal lodge next to Windsor Castle, and there's some pictures here showing how bad it looks. And it clearly needs renovation, so they're saying that he may have to leave so that they can fix it. Apparently, he signed a deal agreeing to pay for the upkeep of the Royal Lodge so he could stay in it. But there's photos here showing that it's in a state of great disrepair. And the royal source has said its state will be in papers which go to the king, and they expect the king to be very alarmed by this. Another news story today, children from families who claim government benefits should automatically be allowed to receive free school meals. Head teachers have demanded. They want an end to the current system, which means a registration process for the children to be eligible. The National Association of Head Teachers sent the message to Rishi Sunak from their annual conference. Finally, the news from today. Joanna Lumley has been chosen to give the scores from Britain for Eurovision, which is happening next week in Sweden. And Joanna Lumley is a well-known actress here in the UK, and she will be feeding back the scores for Eurovision to Sweden. Right, today's phrase, to go with the flow. So that basically means just to be relaxed. Okay, so if someone says, what makes you very angry? You can say, oh, nothing really. I just go with the flow. And it just means I agree with most people. I flow with other people's ideas and opinions. The verb to flow, of course, we use to describe water. So to go with the flow means I'm pretty laid back with most things. For example, me, I generally go with the flow. I'm a very open-minded person. You won't find me on the street protesting about anything. Well, unless they take away my bananas, I'm still quite annoyed about that, of course. Not being able to get bananas because of logistics relating to Brexit. So, to go with the flow, it's something you can say when people say, what makes you angry? You can say, no, I just go with the flow. Or if your colleagues are getting angry on a particular topic, you can say, why don't you just go with the flow? It means just cool it. Don't worry. Everything is fine. You might also hear this word in business. Let's just go with the flow and see what happens with the projects. Let's not make any big decisions. Or at work, maybe you've discovered that there's something wrong with one of your projects. And you don't want to tell the client, your boss might say, look, just leave it. Let's just go with the flow and see what happens, because this might be something which repairs itself. The expression encourages flexibility, adaptability, and a stress-free approach to situations. Sometimes it's better to embrace current circumstances rather than trying to change them. Your friend, if you go out for the night, might say to you, "Hey, what's the plan? Where are we going? What will we be doing?" And you can say, "Well, I don't have anything specific in mind. Let's just go with the flow and see where the night takes us." At work, the manager might say, "Our project is facing unexpected challenges, but instead of stressing out, let's just go with the flow and see what happens." Your colleague at work might say, "I always try to plan my day perfectly." And you might say, "Oh, I don't. It's better just to go with the flow because by 10 o'clock, I'm sure the boss will be demanding that we do something else." So again, flexibility and adapting to circumstances really is the meaning of going with the flow. Well, one thing that hasn't been going with the flow for me this morning is the implementation of music into this podcast. It's taken me quite some time to work out how to do this in the best possible way. So, because I've lost a lot of time today, I won't be producing a transcript. I can't promise this kind of music every day, but as I've been telling you, I want to implement some changes to this podcast to make it a little bit more professional. And just bear with me, please, while I go through these things. And that's it from me for today. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Let's talk again soon. And remember, just chill. Go with the flow today. It's much less stressful than trying to control everyone. See you soon. Bye.